How to swing trade for beginners on eToro. First of all, what is swing trading? Swing trading is actually one of the best trading styles for the beginning trader. Swing traders use fundamental and technical analysis to buy stocks when the prices drop significantly, then hold for a couple of days to several weeks, then sell for a profit when the price rises. So what is fundamental and technical analysis? Sound difficult, right? Well, it's not. It's easier than you think. Fundamental trading is a method where a trader focuses on company events, like news of a new product release to choose which stock to buy, or even temporary bad news to get a stock at a low price. Technical analyst trader uses price charts and simple tools like the RSI model to determine which stock to buy and when. In this tutorial, we will use the RSI model only. Simply put, we buy when the stock drops below the RSI line of 30 and sell when the stock goes above the RSI 70 line or when it rises to our determined profit percentage. Okay, enough of the boring stuff. Let's start with my swing trading strategy process. First, how to find stocks to buy. Go to finviz.com and click on Screener. We only buy mega and large capital stocks that are below the RSI of 30. So select Mega first on the Descriptive tab. We want to invest in the largest well-known companies only. We then go to the Technical tab and select Oversold 30 from the RSI 14 dropdown. Today, there are no mega cap stocks, but don't worry, it's rare to find mega stocks below RSI 30, more on that later. Now go back to the Descriptive tab and select Large from the Market Cap dropdown. We have 13 stocks that are below the Oversold 30 RSI, which is an indicator they are trading below their true value. Next, select Relative Strength Index 14 from the Order dropdown. This will sort the stocks from the lowest RSI number to the largest. The lower the RSI, the better. Then we start with the stock with the lowest RSI number. We also favor stocks that are well-known. In this case, we will start with the well-known brand Phelps, with the ticker name PHG to research. Now we can go to stockcharts.com and enter the stock ticker PHG to see the RSI chart. As we can see, the stock is at 15.74, which is massively oversold, meaning less demand, which means lower prices. As you can see, the top section is the RSI chart. The second part is the stock price and volume. Remember, below RSI 30 we buy, and above RSI 70 we sell. The stock price moves with the RSI level. Next, we type into Google PHG stock price to check there was at least 10% of price drop in the last 1 month. Drag the cursor from the high to low price. Last month, this stock has dropped 18.73%. Now search Google for PHG stock price prediction to check the analyst's stock price prediction and rating. Money.cnn.com is usually the first listed and our preferred website. Let's go to the website. Now we look for the current stock price to below or around the analyst's low stock price prediction for the next 12 months. In this case, we are below, which is perfect. We also want the majority of analysts' ratings to be a buy position. In this case, 8 buys ratings are great with no sell ratings, but we also have 10 hold positions. The consensus is to hold the stock. Analysts research financials, conference calls, and talk to managers and customers to investigate their performance. The analyst decides whether the stock is a buy, sell, or hold and future price. As P&G has a hold rating, we will not invest, but add to our watch list for possible future investment. Now we start the process over again. If PHG stock had a buy rating, we would only have one more step before we buy. It is to research why the stock price is down by searching Google for news. If the news is temporary, we will invest. For this tutorial, let's say PHG had a buy consensus rating, and let us continue with the last step to check if the bad news that made the stock price drop is temporary. If it is, we will buy PHG. Search Google for PHG stock price and hit the News tab. We can see the reason for the drop in stock price is a temporary recall of some of its products. In this case, we would invest. It's that easy. In future tutorials, we will go over other examples of our swing trading process. But now, let's go over our swing trading strategy for beginners. Let's get started. We want to invest in at least 5 to 10 different stocks at once, from a mix of different industries such as technology, health, finance, etc. But with our process, this usually happens automatically. As you can see, I have a mix of the different sectors stocks in my current portfolio. My preferred number of stocks to hold is 8, and when I sell one for profit, I just search for another to add. When starting out, if there are not 8 suitable stock below the RSI 30, you can build your stocks up over time. Like for week 1, buy 4 suitable stocks, then over the next few weeks, you can buy the rest. The same applies when you sell some of your stocks. Wait till new suitable stocks below RSI 30 become available. There will normally be new suitable stocks to buy straight away, but sometimes not. Investment amount. You can invest as much or as little as you wish, as long as you divide the investment amount equally over the number of stocks you plan to buy. For beginners, best to start with a small amount and build on your investment over time. Also, only invest with discretionary money. When to sell the stocks and take profit. We aim for about 10% profit on each stock, but we'll start thinking about selling or setting a stop loss at 6% profit. Here you can see some of my previous trades. Some trades I closed above 20% as they kept going up in price, but some I closed below 10% as they were taking too long to realize the profit of 10%. But overall my trades are up 11%. More on this, and why and when I close the trades in a future tutorial. Congratulations! You have completed Lesson 1. I hope you enjoyed the first tutorial video in the series, How to Swing Trade for Beginners on eToro. Remember to follow me on eToro. My username is CopyTradingForum. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, if you're going to sign up for eToro, please use my affiliate link in the description. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos on how to swing trade for beginners on eToro. Welcome back to How to Swing Trade for Beginners on eToro. Lesson 2, let's get started. Stock market news and business trends. It's important to follow overall news and trends in business and the stock market. First, let me show you why, and then go over some news websites I use. When we search FinViews for stocks, sometimes we will see lots of stocks from a particular sector or country. We need to also research why this is, and not overinvest in that sector or country. Today, there are many Chinese stocks below the RSI line of 30. Now we search Google for why Chinese stocks are down. We can see China is cracking down on Chinese stocks that are listed and traded on the US stock market, meaning they may set extra regulations. In this case, we want to avoid these stocks if more suitable stocks are available or have minimum investment. As you can see, I only invested in one Chinese stock because of this trend. Google News is my favorite news research tool, as you can get the news from all the top websites in one place. Just Google what you need to know or Google the company's stock price and hit the News tab. When you buy or add a stock to your watchlist on eToro, you will get lots of news and opinions from other investors on your news feed. This can be helpful, but remember to always do your own research. Make sure to add these to your watchlist on eToro. eToro Investment for news on stocks, eToro Teen for what's happening on eToro, and volatility alerts for large dips or spikes in stock prices. Some other notable news sources are seekingalpha.com and the old reliable Yahoo Finance stock market news. Another favorite of mine is the daily email newsletter from stocktwits.com, which contains some of the most important stock trading news of the day in an entertaining and easy-to-read format. You can sign up for StockTwits Daily RIP newsletter by searching Google for the sign up page or by creating a StockTwits account. It's like the Twitter of the stock market world. Okay guys, let's pass it over to our swing trader, CopyTradingForum, for some live trading. Enjoy!
Thank you, AI assistant. Hi guys, hope everyone's enjoying the series on swing trading. Now today I'm going to go through my process, the swing trading process, quickly with you again. I sold a stock yesterday, Pioneer, so I have to add another stock to make up 8 stocks. I hope you're enjoying the AI lady. Let me know in the comments what you think of her. She is very useful for making tutorials. Okay, remember we go to finviz.com and we check for mega cap stocks under the RSI line of 30. And if there's none, we go to large, we check large. And remember, okay, we have all these stocks here. They're under 30 and they're large. They're the biggest companies, the large capital stocks, okay? So here we have a lot of Chinese stocks, and I talked about that previously. But let's see here. I found one stock here. It's called Grifols. It's a Spanish stock, okay? So they make plasma blood products for hospitals, etc. So what we do next, we research this stock. So we go to stockcharts.com and you just put in the ticker name. So the ticker name is just the name, the short name for the stock. It's GRFS in here. And then you can search the stock charts and you can see here that this stock is down to 28.39, which is below the 30 line, which is perfect for us. So next we put into Google, we put in GRFS stock price prediction and click search and see money.cnn.com is the first website and our preferred website. Okay, so you can see it's trading today at 1606. And the low analyst expectation for the next 12 months is $17.70. So we're way below that, okay? And the high analyst expectation for the next 12 months is over double the current price. And the medium is 26.76. So really good price here. You can see the analyst rating, 2 buys, no hold and no sell. So perfect for us guys. Okay, so the next step is we look to why is the stock price down. I'll just show you the stock price first. Here it is. We want the 10% over the last month. So you drag a pointer from the highest price to the lowest price, and you can see that Grifols is down 12.31% in the past 30 days or 1 month. So that's perfect. Another thing I want to show you guys, you look over the 5 years and you want a stock that is rising year over year. But this stock has kind of risen, went back down, but it's stuck here at a low position. It's never really dropped the way down there. The lowest point over the last 5 years was like $14.84. The perfect stock would rise up, but you can't always get them. But this is with pharmaceutical stocks, they usually go up and down. But this is kind of in a straight line, and it's at the lowest point there. So the lowest point there it hit last September was 15.83, so not much off it. And the great thing about buying these stocks, these low price stocks, is you get a lot of stocks for your money, so you can get a lot more profit. Because if you buy like Amazon, you're going to pay hundreds for one stock. But here, one stock is 16.15. And then we go to Google and we look to why this stock price has dropped. Okay, and just before I said to follow on here, I just want to show you an example of the graph. There was BUD was in the 30, below the 30 line yesterday, and I didn't buy it. And the reason was, if you look over the 5 years, you can see it's dropping. So it had a really high point there, but you can see that it's dropping. Not like Air stock today, which is gone up, and then it's gone to the low point there. So it's not dropping from the high point. So I'm happy with that. But the perfect one would be going up, and then the drop. Okay. But I researched the news. All you have to do is put it in the GRFS stock price and hit the news tab. And you get the news here. So here we looked at Yahoo Finance, and there was news on this stock here. Yahoo Finance are saying it's a great value at the moment, and I agree. And Sachs Rank Investors, okay, they have put a strong buy on it. So they put a rank of 2, so a buy for this stock at the moment. Okay, well, what happened to this? There wasn't much news in these. They're not as much articles written on them. So I went to eToro and I found out why this stock dropped previously in the last few months. And I looked on Google. Google also gave me a news article earlier on that said that the stock was brought from down to a hold rating by analysts. Remember, the hold rating is not a buy rating. It went from buy to hold, so the stock price dropped. But also, I put in the Grifols into eToro, and I got the stock here, and I just looked at the news feed for each stock, is news feed underneath. And this guy here, online bonus _DE, he published about a month ago. He published an article here on why the Grifols stock went down. So Grifols withdrew today due to failure of their US competitors. So our US competitors were in a study on the treatment of severe alpha-1, some sort of a disease, but it wasn't successful. Okay, so this affected also the competitors' price, because if they didn't go through with the trial didn't work out for them, it will probably not work out for Grifols. So the stock price went down. Okay, but it's great news for us, guys, because you can see here that it's a way below, $1.70 below what the analysts, the lowest forecast for next 12 months. We've only got 2 buys on it. It's at a great price, guys. The news of this trial that didn't go through for the competitors is long gone. Okay, it's a month old, and the stock price kept coming down. So we can see here 1 month is down, down, down. So a really good price. So I'm going to add this to my portfolio. Okay, so I just come up here to the top here, and also you could just click on the trade here, and I have 1/8 of my portfolio there. I'm going to click no take profit. I'm not going to set a stop loss. Okay, and click the buy. Okay, just make sure you're on the buy position there. I don't take stop losses, and then I click set order. Okay, so now this stock buy, okay, order received. Okay, so this stock is going to buy now. It's in the Spanish market. Okay, so I've added that one to my list. Okay, so I hope you understand that, guys. So now I have 8 more stocks in my portfolio. Okay, so I'm going to pass you back to the AI lady to close off the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you're new to eToro, just use my affiliate link in the description. You'll be supporting the channel, and lots more videos to come now in the future. Okay, so peace and love, and have a great day. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos on how to swing trade for beginners on eToro.
Welcome back to How to Swing Trade for Beginners on eToro. So today I'm going to show you, I'm going to sell one stock because it's hit its potential price, and I'm going to buy another stock. So out of my 8 stocks, one of my stocks is Home Depot, and now it's up. You can see here it's up 6.6%, so up $33 off the 500 invested. And why I'm selling that? Because I can see here over the last month, it's hit the highest point nearly. So there in May, it hits 341, but only like 2% off, but it's starting to drop again. So it's 3% over the last 6 months, but it's hit its highest point in the last month. So remember, I aim for 10%, but sometimes 6% is fine. So I close this trade here, and then we're going to buy another stock. So I close that now. So now that I sold one of my stocks out of my 8 in my portfolio of swing trading, I'm going to buy my new stock. So I need to replace it with another stock. So the next stock I'm going to invest in, I'm going to invest in this first, and then show you the steps of how I found the stock to invest in again. So I'm going to invest in Samuel Adams with the ticker name SAM. So let's go to eToro. So 533.95. is what I have to buy this stock. Open the trade here with no stop loss and no take profit. So I'm going to open that there. And there we go. I have bought Sam. So Samuel Adams is a massive beer company in America. So I go over to FinViz. So this is how I found the stock. I went to Screener. I quickly go over it again. I go to Screener. And then I go to market cap, and I check Mega first. I click on Mega in the market cap section. Then I go to technical, and I use the RSI 30. So click on technical, and then over here on the right, it'll change the RSI here. So I want the oversold stocks that are oversold and at a good price. So RSI 30, and you can see there's no stocks in the mega capital stocks. So I go to descriptive again, and then I go to large. So I only invest in large and mega capital stocks. And then I want to filter them by the lowest RSI to the highest. So I click on RSI 30 or 14 there, and that will sort them from the lowest to the highest. So I look here, lots of Chinese stocks, but then I come up with SAM here. I look for big names that I know, and I can't really see anything else there that I really know. There's another cores company there, but it's not as low on the RSI model. So I found SAM. So how do I research that? How I research that, I went to SAM stock price in Google, and I just clicked in there, and I'm looking for, over the 1 month, I'm looking for at least 10% of a drop. So I go from the highest points to the lowest point, and you can see there it's down massively, 31.11%, and it was 33% when I invested in it. Okay, so next we check over the 5 years, and it was growing. So great, but massive drop over the last while, especially because of what happened. But I'm going to show you, we research on the SAM stock price prediction. So we put in SAM stock price prediction to see what the analyst rating is for the next 12 months, what their forecast of price is, and what their forecast of rating. And you can see here that it's at 685, and now it's at 717. So it's around the low point. And when I invested, it was at the even nearer to the lower point there. And the medium is set 978, and the high is nearly double the price. It's 1,500 what they expect the price is going to go over the next 12 months. Then we come back down here, we want an analyst consensus of a buy position, but because there's so much of a drop, I'm going to take this even number. There's no sell positions, one sell position, and there's hold. 8 analysts are saying the hold, and then 6 are saying the buy, and 2 outperform. So outperform is in between hold and buy. So we have, you can say that as 8 buys nearly and 8 holds and 1 sell. So it's even numbers there between the buy and a hold. So I'm going to go, because of it's, I usually look for the consensus of a buy rating, but because there's so much of a massive drop on this stock price, I'm going to take, and that's a fine for me, and that's true experience, and you'll learn that as you go along. But so SAM stock price, but let's look at this, put in SAM stock price and see why the stock price dropped. So we look at the news, we click on the news tab here, and we can see here why SAM stock crashed on Friday morning. So why it crashed is it come out with its quarterly earning report that missed analysts' expectations for that quarter. So analysts expected them to come out with an estimate of $6.69 per share of earnings, but they reported $4.75. Okay, so it's a massive drop. Okay, but because this is such a large company, I'm fine with that. I think it's short term. It's going to go up because it's massively dropped over the 30%. So I'm happy to buy that. So let's go and buy that stock. Okay, guys, so it's been an hour and a half since I invested in SAM, and you can see I'm up 2.53% already, $13.51. So that's a great result. If you enjoyed the video on how to swing trade for beginners on eToro, please subscribe and like the video, and leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you're new to eToro, please use my partner link in the description, and you'll be supporting my channel to sign up. Okay, see you on the next video. Peace and love. Thanks for watching. Bye. Welcome back to How to Swing Trade for Beginners on eToro. I have a great video for you today. I'm going to be telling you all about the importance about stop loss, my strategy in researching stocks and tips, and what to look out for. And I might be doing some live trading at the end of the video. The stock market opens in 14 minutes, so I'll show you that and how I watch the markets each day if I don't have a stop loss in place. So you can see here my portfolio is up $116 this week, so up 2.88%. So if I'm up 2.88% each week, that's happy. That's about 10% per month. But this is my swing trading account, copy trading firm. I also have EC Green Candle, where I do day trading, I have long-term investments, and I do copy trading there. But so let's go first to my portfolio. and I'm going to show you the importance of setting a stop loss first. Up here in NEO, and I like to set the stop loss in profit. You can see NEO is in profit here, so it's up 1.84%. Okay, so the important thing is the stock is to check the pre-market price on NEO each day. You see down there it's only minus 0.4%. So we're in the good zone here. If you look in here, I'll show you what my stop loss strategy is. So when I click into settings here, I can see my stop loss. So I like to set my stop loss in green when it's in profit. So that means that I'm always going to be in profit. I'm not going to lose any money. If I click into that, that's 0.71% of the current position there, okay, and I'm up 1.8%. So that's 1.1% more than the pre-market, because you got to watch that. If that pre-market dropped 2%, I would take off that stop loss, because usually if pre-market it drops 2%, it will bounce back up. It'll mean it's oversold. The pre-market day traders were selling it off, so it's oversold for that day, and it usually bounces back up. If it doesn't bounce back up, I will sell the stock. I will not let it go past 5%. Okay, it's important that you don't let your stock go over the 5%. If you want the 10% gains, you're looking for 10% gains, you want to set your stop loss at least at 10%, or even watch the stock. So from 5 to 10%. Why is that important? Because Auto Home here, a Chinese stock I invested in recently. I didn't set a stop loss. I bought it around here, but China was putting lots of regulations, and there was a massive drop. I didn't have a stop loss in place, and it dropped 10% when I took a day off. So you make sure if you're taking a day off, to set your stop losses, and it dropped there to 25%. It's starting to recover, so this is where you want to buy when it starts to recover like that, okay? Or else you want a straight line for a few days, and then you don't want to be catching a falling knife. You want to wait till the groove goes back up and you're getting that. But if I had set that stop loss in there, I wouldn't have had to make. I wouldn't have had that 10% loss there, and it went up to nearly 20% loss. Now that will recover, but this takes too much time, and with swing trading, it's trading from 2 days up to several weeks, and I just don't have time for my swing trading account to wait for that to go back up. But this would be a good time to buy, but I'm staying away from Chinese stocks like this at the moment. But I invested in NEO because I know a lot more about that, but I'm staying away from Alibaba or any of them stocks, because the Chinese government is really coming down on these companies, and it's like restricting gaming now for teens and stuff and kids in China. So China is the Wild West at the moment. So okay, so back here, you see here, and as this grows, I will increase that stop loss. Okay, so now you can see here that NEO is down. That's it's pre-market down 0.4%, but I'm giving it loads of room to drop, and then maybe go back up in price. If it goes up to 3%, I might increase the stop loss to 1%, and then giving it breathing room of around 2%. Okay, in this I have a breathing room around 1.2%, because my stop loss is 0.71%. Okay, so that's just that stop loss. So I always try and have the stop losses in the green when they go up, and then if it hits that stop loss and sells, I will wait until it drops again, and I'll buy in again to it. So if it drops by 2% and then starts rising again, I'll buy again, and then when it goes into the green, I'll set the stop loss again. So just want to quickly go over that with you there. Now, the second one here is FTCV. So this is the same. This is a stock. This is eToro's SPAC. So I have invested in that. It's a way down at the bottom there at 10.4. So I'm going to wait for that. It's only up 0.26. So I'm not going to set a stop loss on that yet. But I always check the stock price pre-market. So FTCV stock price. And you can see pre-market, it's up. So that's good news there. It's up 0.78% now. Now you can set a stop loss on that, but I'm going to wait for it to go up a little bit more. But I'm kind of secure with this. It's not going to drop much further than that. It can't really drop down to my 10.05, but that's like it's hitting its support line down there at 10.05. Okay, it hasn't gone below 10 $10 at all in the last 6 months. So that's a good support line there. But once it goes back into profit, into like 1%, I'll set the stop loss at 1% for this, okay? So if it goes back into 1% or 2%, I'll set the stop loss at 1% in the green, okay? And then Lucid Motors here, okay, this is another stock. If you looked at my previous videos, I found it on finviz.com. So you go to finviz.com and it was below the RSI line of 30. If you watch my other videos, you can check that out. It's a large capital company and it's below the RSI of 30 and it was in here and it showed up. So I bought this stock. And the reason why, so I buy the stock and then I go into the stock, okay? So here is actually on eToro, you can't set a stop loss on this stock at the moment because it's so volatile. So you will find some restrictions like that, but I'll be watching this stock. But if you come in here, so remember, you look for the stock on finviz.com and it's below the 30 line, the RSI line of 30. And then we can come in here and we can do a research. Now, you can look for the analyst expectations for this stock by searching Google and using CNN, or you can use eToro has a tip rank page here. And it doesn't show anything there, but usually it'll show the price estimates because this is a new stock here. But I checked this out and it was looking good with the analyst expectations. And if you come to the chart here, you can see this is an American electrical vehicle company and they make other electrical products. Here you see there it dropped below the RSI line there. And how do you get that on eToro, the RSI line? You can just come into the settings here. This line here, this marker thing here, and you come in here and you go to studies 2 and you go down to RSI and you click into RSI and then you set this to 14 and you set then the top line to 70 and the oversold line to 30 and then you create and then that will show up there, but there's 2 of them there. I'll just delete one. So you can see there it dropped down to below the RSI and why it dropped. So I did some research on this stock. What happened was that the investment funds that own 10% of the shares, this company started off on a SPAC like eToro is planning to do. But just a few days ago, the PIPE investors, so the private investors, the hedge funds, who bought the shares at $15 per share, were allowed to sell their shares. Okay, so they were allowed to sell them. Before that, they had a hold on them, and it was the shares went up to $21. But then the date came where they're allowed to sell the shares. But what happened was the stock drop because of the fear of these private investors are going to sell all the shares because they bought them at 15. It was up here at 24 to take the profit. But you can see here, it dropped. People sold off, and that's over 1 month. But I bought it in here at the low price here. It's starting to rise up again, so that's why I bought it. So great potential in this stock here. You can see here we have the 35% there. We're looking for at least 10%, maybe 15% over the last month or so. So you can see here over the last month we have a drop of nearly 25% 27% when I sold it. So great upwards trend for that stock there. I can see that going up, and I checked pre-market, it's up 1.18%. So happy with that. So I'm happy with that stock there. So let's go back to my portfolio. The stock market opens in 5 minutes. So I don't have to watch this stock because I have the stop loss, but as long as it's not below the pre-market drop, I'll take off the stop loss and watch it. And Lucid Group, I can just see this rising and rising. I can't set a stop loss, but I'll just watch it, but it's already up over the 1%. FTCV, I haven't set the stop loss until it goes up at least 2%. And Pins is a stock that dropped way down like 7 or 8%. I shouldn't even, and I'm holding it till it goes back into the green, and then I'm going to sell it off. Okay, so that's what I mean. You can get caught up with these stocks if you don't set your stop loss. Okay, and if you don't have the time to wait for these stocks to go back up in price, you have your funds there just sitting there while you could be investing in other stocks. Okay, so then I come to Finviz, and then what I did, I checked all the stocks. Oh, the only stock we have here today is Zoom. Okay, so if you looked at my other videos, so Zoom here. So I did my research. Okay, you can come into Zoom, and this is what I was talking about here. You check the analyst expectations. Okay, for the next 12 months. So they're saying it's a moderate buy. This is done by tip ranks. They're just as good as money.cnn, and it's even better. It gives you a percentage here. So 58% of the analysts say to buy, 42% hold, and no sells. So the analyst expectation for the next 12 months for the high is 460, 384 for mid-range, and then low estimate of 304. And then our price here is at the low estimate of 304. So I'm going to be watching this stock at the moment. But the thing is, I'm not gonna. You have to have patience. Just take your time and let the stock breathe and see what it's going to do. I'm not going to jump into buying this stock yet because it could drop more. Okay, so if you come in here, excuse me, Zoom stock price here, you can see over the last month how much it has dropped. It has dropped more than that 10%, dropped 26.33%. Okay, so that's the goal. We want something that's dropped at least 10 to 15% over the last month. And you can see here, you also want, you can see here over the last 5 years, over the last year, you can see it did very well because everyone was at home and working from home. But that's a problem too. It come out with its earning report recently, and it beat analyst expectations in earning per share and revenue. But there was a scare that made it drop. Why did it drop? So you look for why did it drop? Okay. So Zoom's growth is kind of, it's dying down because people are going back to the office, etc. So this is a worry for me too. Okay. So the steep sell off, because there was a steep sell off because of this, because the CEO come out with a comment. I'm going to get that for you here. So the CEO come out with a comment that he expects this business, okay, to start losing a bit of its growth, okay, because of people going back to the office and everything. And this freaked out investors, okay. So then people started selling off. But this is a worry too. Are people going back to the office will soon be used less? It probably will, but people are kind of hybrid. They're working from home and they are working in the office. So it's kind of mixed. So this is kind of a mix. So you're gonna watch out for that, okay? If if the thing, everyone wasn't going back to work, would be a great investment, but it wouldn't have dropped that much too. So soon just crashed. I'll just look at this article here, and the stock market's open in 1 minute. So I'm going to be watching the Zoom chart here on Yahoo Finance. So you can just go to Yahoo Finance here, and or type into Google Zoom stock price, and Yahoo Finance will come up, and right click it and open it. So these are the charts I use here. So I'm going to see what happens when the market opens. Okay. So I just want to show you this article here, but there is some good news. The analysts are saying good things about Zoom. It said that it was unfairly, because it also missed its sales. It was unfairly hit, but some of the investors here. So there was a worry because some of the investors believe that it like when everyone goes back. Well, when the CEO come out and said that he expects a drop in growth over the next quarter because everyone go back to work. But you can see here, Cathy Wood buys 56 million of Zoom video on the dip. So this investment fund is a big investment fund. She bought like 56 million worth of Zoom stock. So that's good news too, because so it's kind of mixed. So I'm hoping for Zoom to start to drop in price, and then I can get it at a better value. I'm not going to jump in and buy it straight away because it could just drop in price. I'm just going to get Zoom up here. So just put in Zoom stock price. You can see here, massive drop already today. So I'm going to wait to see. You can see here, this is a nice line here to show when to invest. You see over these few days, it's kind of dropped and even off. So this is a good sign for swing trading. Okay, after the drop, you have kind of a flat line here. That's what you're kind of looking for. Okay, or a flat line and then a dip up. Okay, but you can see here, it's dropping, dropping, dropping here. So I'm going to watch this stock here today, and I'm going to maybe invest and not, just to see how it goes. Okay, but I'm not going to invest because of it's still dropping in price. So this should load up here. So there you can see here on the chart, the red candles there are when people are selling, the green candles are buying, and down here is the volume. So pre-market people were buying, but now it's starting to go in red there. So we'll watch this here to see how much it drops. So if that keeps dropping, then I will buy into that stock. We'll just close that off there. So I'll watch that. So that's one to watch for today. Okay. So we'll watch Zoom there. Just close off some of these charts, and you can even just watch it on Google, the easier view there. But I usually use Yahoo Finance, but it's just slowing down the PC here. Okay, the next stock I found to watch was Five. Okay, so this is the stock here. So it's Five Below. It's American retail store. Okay, and everything is nearly below $5. And how I found this stock, you can use FinViz too, but just on eToro's new layout here, it's pretty cool. You can see the biggest the biggest drops in the market, the daily drops here. You can see here down here, it's moved here. You can see here. So these are the biggest gainers and the biggest losers. And yesterday, this had Five had dropped 10%. Okay, over 10%. That's where I found the stock. But you can find this stock by going to large and then technical. I added it to my watch list. So you go large here, but then go to 40 line. Okay, it's dropping nearly into the 30 line. And remember to set the ticker at the RSI, and this RSI 14, and this will rearrange everything from the lowest RSI to the highest. Okay, so you can see here the Five Below is down there. Okay, so it's not below the 30 line yet, but let's see, will it drop below the 30 line today? And I would probably invest in this stock. You see Zoom is still below the 30 there. So that's how I found that stock, and I'm going to just watch this stock here. Okay, so you can see here over the 5 days, massive drop there. Okay, it dropped 14.54%. Over the month, from the highest, it dropped down 21%. Okay, and I'll just go in here to Five Below. So I come here. Okay, see Neo here has hit my stop loss. So I'm gonna let that breathe, and then I'll buy in. I'll be watching it to see Neo. You can just open a tab here. We'll open a tab and just see what's happening to Neo. So see that my stop loss hit. It takes a bit more work, but at least I'm not losing money. And okay, I'll buy into Neo when it drops a few more dollars there. Okay, so we could be buying Neo. I'm watching here Zoom too. So let's move this over here. So there we go. And you see that stop loss saved me from losing any money. Okay, it takes a bit more work because you have to keep setting a stop loss and then buying in again. But then once it rises up over the 40, but it might drop down. I did a swing trade on this earlier on in the week, and I got like 5% off it. But you can see here it came out with great news that it was going to partner up with Lotus. So that's why it went up in value. But let's see if it drops today. And then Friday's usually a red day, so a good day to buy in. So hopefully Neo will drop more, and then I'll buy in again. Okay, but I'll wait. If it keeps dropping, I won't buy today. I'll wait till Monday and see. So Zoom is still dropping there, and you can see here Five Below here. So this is nearly. Let's go into that stock Five Below. Okay, so we can click into it here. And the good thing here about, remember, go to the research tab and you'll find what the analysts' expectations over the next 12 months. And you can see here it's a moderate buy with 65% saying to buy and 35% saying hold, no sell. So you can see here the analyst expectation over the next 12 months is 300. The mid range is 233 and the low estimate is 185. So the low estimate is where we are now. So that is perfect for us. Okay. And why did this stock drop so much? So we come in, put in 5 stock price up the top here, hit the news tab here, and you get all the news. And here you can come here. Here's an article here on Yahoo. I like Yahoo Finance for their articles and for their charts. and you can come in here and you'll see here. So with inflation rearing its head in the economy, discount retailers should pose the benefit, okay? So Five Below, okay, what happened to this stock? So it has opened lots of new stores over the last quarter, okay? And it's a growing company, so you look out for this, okay? So what happened was investors punished the stock because it missed its sales here. Look at here, Five Below missed expectations, its net sales. Okay. Five Below suffered a 13% decline on tours after the company reported weaker than expected Q2 sales, but it wasn't too much. They reported 646.6 million, fallen shy of Wall Street expecting 648, but that's not much of a drop. And you can see here, the Jefferies analyst wrote that the sales only slightly missed consensus estimates, and besides, the pandemic made it tricky to make prediction models anyway. Instead, analysts say to focus on the positives, rise in comparable store sales, more retail locations, and they're looking for solid Q3 forecast. So this is great news. This is what you want to look for. Five Below opened more than 30 new stores in this quarter, up 14.2% year on year. So after tours are selling, Five Below are hovering around 187. Jeffrey analysts are bullish on the stock and have a price target of $300. Okay, so you see that when analysts are saying that the Jefferies, so here, Wall Street, Jefferies believed the stock was overly punished. So this is the kind of short-term news that you want. Okay, investors got freaked out and they sold. So this is a short term. It's a growing company. They're opening more stores, and this is one that you can be confident in investing. This is the perfect investment that you want to go for. So I'll be watching this here, even though it's not far off. If you look into its into a chart here, let's look into its chart here, and we can watch it here. You can see here that it was way up here, the RSI model here down the bottom is way up over the 70 line, so it has dropped way down to 33. It's near that line there, and depending on today, I might buy it because it's looking great here. Let's see how these candles go, and I'll just zoom into that a bit. Let's see how these candles go, and I might just buy into this stock just to see how these candles go in the first 10 minutes. Look at Neo stock. I'm watching Neo stock. Wow, it's dropping. See, I'm glad I got out of that. So I saved myself there. Okay. So we go into my portfolio. So I'm in no rush. I have 2,297, and I'll be adding funds to this account to bring it up to a silver and then a gold level account. I'll bring this up to 10,000 soon enough. But let's see here. Um, okay, so you can see here, Lucid Group, I'm up 3.21%. Happy with that, guys. You're looking for at least 10%. FTCV, this once if there's going to be news about eToro and this SPAC going on the stock market, this will go way up in value. Or if they start release the stocks trading to America. Pins, this is just going up from 3% or 4% down to 2% and 1.5, but I'm waiting for that to go into green. So I'm watching Neo here. Let's see how much it'll drop. It's down to 40. So it dropped below if it drops below the 40 line, you know that it's going to drop more, because once it drops below that 40 line, the 39, you know it's going to drop down to 39.20 or something. And then if it drops below the 39, it'll usually go down to 38 something. So you got to watch for them round figures. They're important, okay? So let's see Zoom. Zoom is dropping down. Oh, Zoom is coming back up here. So you can see here, Zoom is starting to rise up there. So let's see here, is Zoom making a comeback? Let's go into Zoom here and get it up on Yahoo Finance, and I might invest in this straight away. You can see here, let's get it on the charts. It looks like it's gonna go boom back up. Okay, it's up 0.35%. Okay, it was down pre-market, but let's look at the charts. So best to have the Yahoo Finance chart when you are selecting the stock. So 5 here, it's jumping around there. It went up a bit, but it's coming back down. Let's see how, but at the first 30 minutes of the market open is the most volatile. So just be patient for this. For day trading, this is great, but for the swing trading to get the right price, sometimes it's better to wait for the first 30 minutes. You see here, Zoom looks like it's growing there. Let's go in here. Zoom, we might even have day trade if everything else. So 700 I'm putting into each stock here. So I'm going to invest in 6 stocks, so about 16.66% of my portfolio, and 6 stocks are going to be easier to manage than my old 8 stocks. Okay, so let's see. Zoom is going up in price, guys. I'm going to invest in Zoom there. So I bought 700 of Zoom. So let's look at this. So there with the spread fees and everything, it's going. So I'll watch this. Okay, I'll watch this price here. You can watch this price, or you can watch the charts. So let's see here with Zoom. We'll bring this over here. Okay, let's just watch this. Okay, good, great news that the hedge fund has bought into Zoom. Okay, look at Neo there. It's starting to go back up, guys. I'm going to buy into Neo. So this is going to be an exciting video. Let's buy into Neo. Take profit, no take profit. Let's just watching this price here. 47, 44. I might just wait there to see what happens. Zoom is going up there. It's slightly above, but here, look at this. It's gone over the 35 line there. It looks solid, guys. It looks like it's going up. And let's buy into Neo. Okay, so how much left do I have on my portfolio? So this is a great video, guys. Okay, Neo is already in profit. Okay, so I could set the stop loss there again, but let's just watch it here. I could even day trade these, and let's see with 5 what's happening with it. Not much happening there, not much volume, guys. So there you go. It's sitting there. I'm gonna wait on that stock there. There's not too much volume on it. Let's close these off. So don't need the stock screener. Okay, so Zoom stock price here. You can use Google Charts are really easy to see the overall picture of what's happening there, but best to go with the Yahoo Finance charts. Okay, so Neo here. Okay, and then you can just watch these here. Okay, so it's already in profit here. Okay, let's see. So let's set a stop loss on this guy so don't have to be worrying. Okay, so this is what I do. I set a stop loss, just a small stop loss, so I don't have to watch it. So you go to amount, and then I'm going to put in 0.46. And how you judge that is the difference of the price. You see here it's moving by about 18 cents, 19 cents. So 46 will cover it if it does drop to that price, and then it will end in profit. So 52 is lots because it's not moving more than 52. You see the price is not moving more than 52 cent. So I'll update that. So I'm happy there. Okay, I'm going to be in the green. I'm not going to lose any money with that. Okay, so that's on that. Let's go back to my portfolio and see how the old Zoom is going. Go on Zoom. So if I can get Zoom into the same bracket as Neo and get that stop loss in on the green, I'm going to be happy. Okay, so let's see what Neo does. Neo is going to the moon there. So great news that it is partnership up with Lotus, and you can see here Zoom here is going high, guys. There's a lot more for it to rise there. Okay, so we're looking good. We're just looking at 5 here, not much happening here, not much volume. So you can click from 1 minute to 2 minute to get these graphs here. You can see there's very low volume on this, so I mightn't invest in this today. But if you see with Zoom, there's lots of volume here. If you click from 2 to 1 minute, it'll give you the volume here at the bottom. These red bars are where people are selling, and these are the green bars. And the higher is more volume, means more volume. So we'll go 1 minute chart. I'll watch this, and I'll go back to my eToro. So it's sitting around there. That's probably some of the spread fees there too. So let's see. Neo is up 0.81. You can see that Lucid Group is up, going way up now today. So happy with that. And I have $897 to invest, and that will be for 5 below if it drops anymore. Let's see how it does. Okay, let's go with Neo here. Okay, let's see if Zoom goes into profit. I'll set it's the same here, and I'll watch how much it's changing. Okay, so check how much it's changing each time. See, that's changing by 4 cent, 5 cent. So you want to be setting it at least there's 50 cents, 30 cents. Okay, so around this, it's changing the same of around each lot. So it's changing the same around that. So I'd want to set that at least, but I want to give it a little more time to breathe. And I'll watch the chart here. So there we go. Zoom is, go on Zoom. It's going to the moon, maybe. It is a great company, but let's see here. I'll go on Zoom. Okay, Zoom is getting there. So you can see the idea. I want to have it always a stop loss in the green. And if you're not going to set it, if you don't have it in the green, you're going to wait, put your stop loss at 5%, at least 10%. Don't let yourself lose more than what you're trying to gain in profits. Okay, and don't be in a rush to invest. Wait 2 days if there's not a suitable stock, etc. Watch the price charts here. You can see Zoom is there, 297.30. So if that goes up to 298, you'll know that it's going to go up over that 298. If it drops below 297, you know it's going to go down to 296. So look for the round figures, guys, because people have their take profits, etc. at these points. Okay. So let's just see here. There's Zoom. It's going into profit here, but I want to let it go in a bit more profit there before I set a stop loss. But you can see the idea here, guys. Keeping yourself always in the green. So Neo is looking good. So Friday is usually a red day, but let's not jinx ourselves here. 5 below here. Some nice green candles there. I'm very tempted to invest, but I'm gonna be patient. Okay. And don't let fear of missing out, FOMO, it's called in the market, fear of missing out, which happens in crypto a lot because of the high prices. But let's just go here, guys. Let's see how we're doing here. So 0.42. So we have to set the stop loss at 50 cents, so way above that. And let's Zoom go up here a bit more, but you can see it's changing by about 41 cent there. See, it's changing about 50 cent there, so it's changing in bigger numbers there. So let's be safe. Better be safe than sorry. So it's only let's just I would love to see that go up a bit more. So it's 297.48. So if it can go up to 298, you know it can go higher. So that round figure, it's 297.50. And then I switch the refresh it. I go to 2 minutes, and then 1 minute, and it's just crashed on me there. But that will come back in a second. Ooh, Zoom. So I can watch it here too. 297.32. So it's going down a bit. So let's see here. So you're getting the idea, guys, of what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to probably end this video because it's getting quite long, but you can see the idea, guys. I'm going to wait for this to go up a little bit more, and then I'm going to set the stop loss when it's in the green, okay? So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember just to be very careful and do your research. Okay, make sure you do your research. If you're new to eToro and you want an eToro account, please use my partner link in the description, and you'll be supporting my channel. Okay. Also, like and subscribe. I'm going to be making lots more videos soon. So you can see here, Zoom is looking to go up there. I'll watch this until it goes back into the green, and I'll be watching Neo too. I have the stop loss, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'll be watching the 5 here, okay? And I'll invest in that when if it drops below. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love.